Hey everybody, welcome to another Senpai stream. This time we're going to be just looking at, see if we can make some progress on our AI project. So yeah, this will be a development kind of stream. Yeah, just because I can. Hopefully I'm getting in the right place. Food programming. Okay, I see. Programming. All right, let's go. See the following guide, mint chemical data set. For those new developers, Hive was a good place to start. Learn about the high level API, read the following guides. Okay. Tensors, yep, blah blah blah. Two discrete sections, building the computation and running the computational graph. It is a series of TensorFlow operations arranged into a graph of nodes. Each node takes 0 or more tensors as inputs. Okay, we'll try this. Shape 213. So there's 2 arrays, and in the center of that array it's 1 and 3. So shape 213, rank 3 sets of a tensor. Okay. TF session run. So what's the reason? Because I'm programming Skynet. I just named it Skynet because I'm just nerding out. Skynet is one of the AIs that took over the world in the Terminator universe. I hope to do a similar thing, but instead of like the universe, I want this AI to analyze my project M opponents. So I want it to start off being a highlight. I just want it to find like hype moments in project Project M or Super Smash matches, so it'll reduce the workflow and I could just make highlight videos. Other than that, like after that, maybe the next step would be, can I get it to recognize combo strings, and can I get it to return to me what the return to me, basically. Like, it'll look at a video and say what was the combo string that is most commonly found with this player, and so then we can start getting the AI to analyze the play styles of players and their go-to combos, really. So that's the story behind it. Originally, I saw the inspiration came from me watching Google Video or Intelligence Video or Google Video Intelligence, and they use TensorFlow to analyze like objects in videos. So it could recognize beaches, it could recognize like dogs and all that sort of stuff, and then it could label the video with those kind of things. So if you went to search on the internet for like videos of dogs or beaches, it would come back to you. I want to take a Super Smash approach to this, see if we can actually get this AI to recognize combo strings. So we could apply it so that we can basically get a robot to create hype videos, or at least help make it easier instead of watching the whole thing. The next step above that would be, if it starts recognizing hype moments, could it break those hype moments down into readable like strings of inputs, so you can see like what kind of combo it was. And then the next level above that is we can start attributing these combo strings to players, and so it could start building player profiles on how they play a particular character or how they smash, like basically. And then that would be really cool. No, it's not going to take over the world. Maybe only take over the world in Smash. So that's the idea. So, but before we even get to that stage, we have to try and figure out a couple of things. Like, how does this technology work? Okay, so for a start with programming in Python, node 1 is equal to tf constant 3 type float 32. Okay. And then tf constant, so node 1, node 2, tf constant 4, 4, okay, so print node 1, node 2. Does that run? Constant 0, shape. Alright, so constant 0, constant 1, 0, shape, nothing, type 32. Notice that printing the nodes does not output the values 3 and 4 as you might expect. Instead, they are nodes that are, when evaluated, produce 3 and 4 respectively. To actually evaluate nodes, we must run a computational graph within a session. Okay, the following code creates a set. Okay. Okay. Says is equal to TF. So yeah, gotta learn to walk. Then learn fly. Node 2. Okay, so we got 3 and 4 here after running those sessions. So I guess this basically tells us the shape. I don't know what the const means. So maybe it's constant rank 0, and then shape is like what kind of shape it is. Okay, so we've got a node, last 2 statements produced, node 3 tensor. TensorFlow applies a utility called TensorBoard that can display a picture of the computational graph. Here's a screenshot showing how TensorBoard visualizes the graph. Okay. We can build more complex situations with tensor nodes with operations. For example, we can add our 2 constant nodes to produce a new graph as follows. Alright, so we're just doing simple addition here. And the cool thing is that we are able to run it on a GPU. So this is running off my graphics card right now, which is pretty awesome. Node 3 is equal to tf.add node 1, node 2, okay, print node 3. I won't actually print node 3. Process.run. Node 3 is 7. As it stands, this graph is not especially interesting because it's just a constant result. How do we open TensorBoard? I don't know what TensorBoard is. Visualizing learning, TensorFlow. To run TensorBoard, use the following command. Okay. To log directory. Okay. So it's this thing. object points to the directory where file writer serializes data. Alright. TensorBoard operates by reading TensorFlow events files, which, okay, first create a TensorFlow graph that you'd like to collect summary data from. I would like, okay, well, that sucks because it doesn't tell you how to set up TensorBoard. Okay. Placeholder. A placeholder is a promise to hold a value later. Okay. So we could replace this thing with placeholders. So that's so placeholders are somewhat like our variables. Node 1, node 2, so we could do that calculation as a placeholder and add node. It's equal to A plus B. Node 1 plus node 2. Preceding three lines are a bit like a function on lambda, which we can define with two input parameters. Now invert the graph of multiple inputs. Okay, so we could print. So apparently this will work. Print. Whoops. Says run add a node. Add a node where object A is equal to 1 and object B, or node 1. Node 1 is equal to 1 and node 2 is equal to 5. Gave me 6. We could even run tensors. So if we gave it an arrays, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. Cool. We want to make a model that can take arbitrary units, so just want to make more trainable. We need to be able to modify the graph to get new inputs with the same input. Variables allow us to add trainable parameters to a graph. They're constructed with an initial type of WPX. So to make the model trainable, we need to modify the graph to get new inputs. with the same modify the graph to get new outputs with the same input. Variables allow us to add trainable parameters to a graph. They are constructed with initial type and variable. Constants are initialized when you call tf.constant, and their value can never change. By contrast, variables are not initialized when called tf variable. To initialize all variables in TensorFlow is or call it a special operation. That's why I realize init is a handle to that initializes code. Okay. Produce output this. Okay. Interesting. How do I get TensorFlow to work with video intelligence? Tensor train, image recognition, TensorFlow. Computer vision. Learn computer vision with TensorFlow models. How to classify in cloud machine, how to train your object tensor. Maybe video classification, how to train video. Both temporal and spatial features, those which variable boost. Offline training with a Raspberry Pi and a Pi camera. Okay. So basically, as far as I can tell, 85% confidence. I think like what it does is just simply like breaks down the frames of every individual video and tries to analyze it. We're trying to do in TensorFlow classification. Ooh, there's a Stack Overflow. Suitable classification of examples of this and packages in the public domain could be used for this purpose. Modify image models to train a neural for video data. Main challenges would be creating a custom reader for the video format, converting video to using the image operations to generate. Hey Galvabot, what's going on? Just learning how to train an AI. It's quite difficult. I think even the goal I had in mind is quite ambitious. So we'll see how it goes. The goal is for the AI to recognize smash combos, or at least hits in a smash video, so we can define hype moments. Using the image jobs to generate multi-resolution images captured in Capacity, using cues to perform pipeline video processing, ensure the eye doesn't become a bottleneck. Modify the image models shipped with TensorFlow train neural networks on such video data. What is this? Large-scale video for convolutional neural networks. Oh man. Image recognition. YouTube, large scale video classification backlog. What if that's possible? Large scale video, train your own image classifier with Inception TensorFlow. How to classify images with TensorFlow. Yeah, this is gonna be complicated. More complicated than I thought it would be. I'm gonna check on my food. Be right back. And, so, Galvabot, welcome to the channel. What brings you here? Tell me more about yourself. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Galvbot, still there? Have I worked with TensorFlow before? Hell no. Literally all my experience is like seeing one Google Video Intelligence lecture, and that was it. So I took it upon myself to try a TensorFlow project, so I can basically get a robot to help me make YouTube videos. How hard could it be? Was what I said. Swatting a fly with a sledgehammer. How do you mean? Like, hefty? Are you saying it's, like, very hard to train? Is that what you're saying? So we're trying to, like, I'm just trying to learn how it works. Not bad. Okay, so you only use 3 features of something that has 8,000. It's likely a more tool fitting more for my needs without all the overhead. Probably. But I want an AI. I want an AI, right? Isn't like a TensorFlow like an AI? An open source AI that I could possibly use? To my understanding, I thought TensorFlow was a AI kind of platform, so I could try and build an AI project. Okay, so the graph looks like this. We can make the computer more complex by adding another operation. Add and triple. Okay. Equal to node print session run add A and B 6 and I think we'll try 6 and 4. 6 wait, node 1 is 6. Node 1 is 6, node 2 is 4. Does that work? Invalid syntax. Oh, and then triple, and then comma. Okay, cool. Got it. It's a form of machine learning concept. It's a combination of machine learning with advanced neural network type of machine learning. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So I want to try using this machine learning platform to recognize, do some video recognition. I want to see how far I can push that with this. And it's more like a hobby project kind of experiment rather than something that I need to be successful. So yeah, it's cool. Like you could just add nodes like this. Scikit, eh? What is Scikit? Machine learning in Python. Pretty cool. I might try that if this doesn't work. Definitely worth looking to, so. But I'm kind of leveraging like what Google's already achieved. So I know Google can do video classification already, so why not? So it's not really new technology. I think Google's already got video classification as, and it uses TensorFlow, I believe. So let's see. So yeah, like if Google can do it, like why not? Why can't I do it on a smaller scale? So they've done it with TensorFlow. Not sure why like Scikit is not a thing, but I'll try it out with what Google uses. Then we'll see. Willing to try out like Scikit. Like if this doesn't work out well. Machine learning, we typically want a model that can take arbitrary inputs such as the one above. To make the model trainable, we need to use modify the graphs to get new outputs with the same input. Variables allow us to trainable parameters to a graph. Okay. I don't know what they're trying to build here. W is equal to TF. Well, we'll just copy it in. Okay, we need to init this stuff because special operation to initialize all the variables. Okay, just some house cleaning. Is that how you make comments? How do you make comments in Python? Oh, it's like... Okay. Oh, okay. So that's a multi-line comment. But it's just hashtag. It's just hashtag. Yep, there we go. Alright. Gotta move this under where we initialize the session. Oh, okay, pound. Okay, cool, thanks. TensorFlow is great. Great. Some folks find themselves lost in the fluff that it has. I finished trying to learn TensorFlow, and the more I learned about machine learning, the more it didn't make sense for me. But not everyone learns the same break method I do. Learn TensorFlow. I have a relatively good grasp on machine learning. I think, yeah. Should be okay. The thing is, the thing is about training AIs is if you can automate the training process, then it's all good. I'm not sure if you, or I made an AI that learned how to play Tetris. Let's see. I made an AI that learned how to play Tetris. Let me see if I can find the video for you. Do I have the playlists? Maybe not. Tetris. Yeah, this one. So this is this. I trained the AI, so I built it in Unity. Ages ago. Built it in Unity ages ago, and I just want to demonstrate it. So this is it running right here. So it's an AI that could play Tetris. There are no animations, but it just places things. So yeah, it's an AI that could play Tetris, and I trained it. I auto-trained it using particle swarm optimization, and just like evolving it over time. And eventually it got to this state where it could play Tetris rather efficiently. And if I trained it like lots and lots, if I kept training it, eventually the training program would produce a player that could, for any set of Tetris pieces, if I let the training program run long enough, eventually it will produce a player that would completely solve the Tetris problem. So what I mean by the Tetris problem, we define Tetris we define fitness by placing down all the pieces, right? How high, what is the max height of the state of the board? And yeah, what is the max height that you'd produce? And so eventually it would produce a player that could completely solve it. So by the time you put down the last piece, everything would be solved. So that's how good it went. So as far as machine learning goes, as long as you can automate the training process, it makes it so much easier. Training a class is the longest part for large-scale datasets. Yeah. I thought it was pretty neat. I got like 4 marks for this because this is something I developed in uni. It was pretty hard, considering like they gave us nothing, and the only thing, so we had to basically program Tetris as well as create an AI that could play Tetris. So yeah, I've created an AI before, but that was like from pure code, and I didn't really have a platform because I invented the platform myself, or rather I stole the platform off the internet. And the platform I used was particle swarm optimization to solve Tetris. And I just expanded that platform easily. It was like a Microsoft developer kind of blog, and he developed a way for to play Tetris with particle swarm optimizations. So I just read his blog and basically took his model and expanded it. So he did things. He built the platform, but an evolutionary process. But what I expanded was how much, what features could the AI see in the program, well, in the Tetris game. So it would evaluate how jagged the final state of the board is, how many holes you're creating, how many wells and stuff like that, and like how many transitions per row. So how many times would it go from solid to empty and empty to solid? It would count all that, and then the AI would like take all these numbers, crunch them, and develop like a optimal play style to reduce or expand these features. So yeah, it's all engineering, all research. AI is an interesting field, however, like it's really niche as well, because the industry doesn't really understand like how powerful AI could be. As well as software engineering. I believe like most of where you could get a job really is like a company needs you to handle all of its data. And so you build things like databases and websites and stuff. So there's plenty of jobs to build websites and databases. And not many jobs where companies would give you money to potentially build a brain that would learn how to do things. There's not much like jobs that will allow you to do that. So it's up to us in our spare time to build these brains. Predictive learning. Let's see. I guess this project is kind of relevant to you, but I just wanted to combine my love for Super Smash Brothers and see if I can get an AI to start metagaming. And that's kind of like learning trends in large data sets, in the sense that I will basically give this AI a whole bunch of recorded videos, and I'll give this AI a whole bunch of recorded videos, and it will search through all that data to see if it can analyze sort of a trend. So pretty relevant to you, I think. So tell me about yourselves, Bart and Zin. What brings you to my lowly channel of or my niche channel of AI and programming? What brings you here? Okay, so we've gotten our linear model. We've produced our initial model. Okay, so constants are initialized and call this. Browsing programming channel on Twitch. I see. Tell me about yourself, Bart. Are you studying? Are you working? What do you do for a living? What about you, Zena? You sound like an academic. Yeah. So my idea for this AI, right, is to just feed it a whole bunch of videos like this. Not like this, but let me find a video. So this is a in my spare time I compete in Project M, the unwanted Smash, the illegal version. I don't know. It's the unwanted child of the Smash series. It's really good game, but it's got a lot of legal issues. But I don't care. I still like playing it. It's kind of inaccessible as well because you have to do like hacky things to your Wii to get it running on there. But still, pretty good game if you can get it running. Just getting it is the hard part. But once you're there, it's in, and meeting other people. So I want to feed it a whole bunch of these videos, right? And I want it to basically identify hype moments. So moments where you'd have like really cool combos, or combos that lead to kills, or hype moments in fighting matches. So I want my AI to look at these videos and say and highlight parts of the video that were like, oh, this was pretty interesting. Just like a whole bunch of these videos. Yeah, for example, like that was like a 2-hit combo. It's probably a bad. So grab into death, stick, grab, up air, into more up air. Just hype moments that well, you get the idea. I want to feed it a whole bunch of these videos and tell them, and I want it to highlight the parts of those videos that are like, hey, this was a really cool moment in this match, and I can use that to just basically reduce the workflow of creating like highlight videos or highlight reels for YouTube. I think that'd be really cool. The next step would be to like see if it can recognize what combos were put in, like recognizing the strings, and then after the next level would be is like appending those strings to players. So you can start building like the decision trees of players. So how do they like fight, or their go-to string combos, and start analyzing players themselves. So that's the dream. That's the dream. I watched the Mario IO some time ago. Yeah, I saw that one as well. That was pretty cool. Just got done with a 12-hour gaming stream of Path of Exile. I follow Python stuff on Twitch and just happened to show up on my following page. It was like, yeah, what the heck? Ah, cool. I actually started my first class this week, going for software engineering, but spent 15 years doing IT work. Wow. So you're quite experienced. So 15 years of IT work, is that during high school or during uni, or you're going back to uni? Seems like you're going back to uni to do all that stuff. Yeah, I watched the Mario IO one as well. That was pretty cool. Okay, so we got this linear model, we initialized it. Since x is a placeholder, we can evaluate linear model for several values of x simultaneously as follows. Okay. So x is a placeholder. Oh, okay. So that's how it does. Okay, so that's how it evaluates so I got 0.3. So x is equals 1 multiplied by w, which is 0.3, which is 0.3, plus b, so 0.0, which is like take 3, so it's 0. And you're just multiplying it by 0.3, so it's evaluating it for these numbers. So it's just doing a linear, literally a linear equation, and we're giving it numbers. Okay. How good it is yet to evaluate the model on training data. We need a y placeholder to provide desired values, and we need to write a loss function. Okay, so maybe AIs are all about just creating models and evaluating them against answers. So might be hard to do. I think it might be hard to do. I'm not sure how I can apply that to computer vision just yet, but we'll see. Okay, I'm mid-30s, went to US military, kind of got started and hired on and built up one of the largest websites leaders here. Okay, finding a different job was impossible without degrees, so back to school he went. Yeah, but hey, look at it as a step forward, right? I don't know why it's so impossible to find work without a degree. Doesn't seem to, you know, resonate. I mean, what? A piece of paper doesn't really determine your worth. It's kind of weird how people emphasize so much on getting a degree. There's no good reason for it. How far apart the current model is from the provided data. Okay. Standard loss model for linear regression. Okay. So linear model take y creates a vector where each output call tf.square to square that error, then we sum all the squared errors. Okay. Okay, this is the beginning of training. So they're determining fitness. need to understand this section here, because this is the training loop, right? So it's all about, as you guys probably already know, so an AI does something, and then it comes back to you and says, this is the answer I found, and then you tell it, this is how wrong that answer is, and then the AI goes back and is like, okay, it was this wrong, so let's try it again, and it goes over and over again until it gets it right. So it's pretty much rote learning. Hey Senpai TV, you know anything about flow algorithm or other pseudocode? Flowgorithm? Pseudocode. Pseudocode I know about. It's not really programming. But it's just breaking things down into... It's breaking down your instructions into like pseudocode, which is basically like comments or what you would do here. So if I were to describe the training program as pseudocode, it'll probably be like AI does something, AI brings back an answer, we evaluate that answer and see how wrong it is. We give the AI, we tell the AI how wrong it was. The AI goes back to train. The AI takes the feedback and tries to change itself. And then repeat. I guess that's what pseudocode is. I don't know what flowgorithm means. I don't know what that's new to me. What is flowgorithm? Flowchart programming language. Oh yeah, I know that stuff. Isn't that just a decision tree? It looks like a decision tree to me. I don't know. It looks like, I don't know which part of flowgorithm is like this. This looks like you're just making a decision tree, and then you got maybe a console window, and then it transforms that into code somehow. It's coding, but not really coding. Okay, I don't know anything about, I don't actually know much about flowgorithm, but it just looks like a tree, decision tree kind of program. And it converts that decision tree into code for you. So that's what it looks like. I didn't know anything about it until now. But that's my take on it. I can give you advice, but I don't actually use it myself because I would rather just code in Java than make a flowgorithm diagram. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. I'm more than happy to give like programming advice if you have it or if you need it, but I don't work with I'm not sure why you're trying to say that as Zinthral. www.java. Looks like Java to me. But I use the Microsoft flavor, which is C#. But this is Python, so none of that is really relevant right now. Yeah. Okay, so we got a linear model. We gotta figure out how to... Alright, so this linear model is equal to this. Okay, so these are initial values, but we want to ask we want to ask an AI to solve a linear problem for us. So it's kind of what we're asking it to do. Okay, so we now gotta... So this is our model. Now we're gonna initialize the training program. So y is equal to tf dot placeholder. I was saying ew as in gross. Okay. What's with the hypertext transfer protocol? I was saying ew as in gross. I don't care for static typing. Just makes things take to program. Not sure what you're trying to say there either. Makes things take to program. Thanks, Zinthral. Like before you go hit that follow button would make it easier for you to do that. I sometimes game, so you could just ignore the ones where I game, but I label this series the Skynet series, so I think you'd be more interested in that than my other gaming ventures. So, make things take to... Stupid tired, okay. Thanks, Zinthral.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Yep, there's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you. I hope you like that soundbite. I mixed that together myself, just to make it super touching. Personal Sex Ninja, welcome to my stream. Good to see you again. Placeholder. tf.float. 32-bit float. Square deltas. I might have to learn more about training AIs. Night, Zin. Or morning, whatever. It's actually afternoon for me, but good night. That Munio just went in and out. Like, we just didn't have the answers they were looking for. I was interested to see what they were going to ask, but I hope they find someone else that could find Flogorithm or whatever. Is equal to square linear model take y. Oh, they just calculate the difference. Tf dot square linear take y loss is equal to tf dot reduce sum. Reduce sum squared deltas. Print we want to print the SS run linear model. What's this one? Loss. So we got X here. Y somewhere else. Y. 0, take 1, take 2, take 3. So obviously this is a negative x. Negative x equals y function. Producing the loss value. Okay, so now that works. I wonder if we could just add like a string here. Loss value. What? Ah. Alright, maybe we have to run that somewhere else. So print. Well, actually, what if we did this? Like print loss plus sesh1. I want that sesh1 source, Morty. Ugh. Aww. That didn't work. Was it ses.run? No. See you later. See you later, Gobblebot. Shadows Within, good to see you. Disrock. Dissock. Okay, so we got that loss value now. We could improve this manually by assigning values b to the perfect values. Variables initialized to the value provided to tf variable but can be changed using operations like tf.assign. W and B are optimal parameters for a model. We can change W. Yeah. So it's true that fix W, fix B. Okay. Hey Shadows, just working on a little project. We're working with AIs. For the past 2 sessions, we've had installation issues up the butt. But now that everything's finally installed, we can finally like do some programming and development and software engineering. And it is Python. Did you read the title or do you know your Python? No, it doesn't matter. Do you program? Are you interested in programming? I don't know. I think the only thing I know you do is just play League, I think. I believe that's what I saw you playing last. Could be wrong. Shadow. Shadows Within. Oh no, you variety stream. Oh man. I saw your last post, but that was August 14th. August, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So last month you were like, oh, I'm not gonna stream anymore. I didn't know, but somehow you're back. How are things in your life? You said, I just read your post. Trying to remind myself, who is this Shadows with it? But I remember it's meeting you through Sleepless, and you were streaming for a bit. Caught some streams. I think you were playing like some horror games and stuff. But I didn't know that you posted that until now. So how are things with you? Are you getting back into streaming soon? Familiar with Python, eh? Working with Java though, okay. I'm familiar with Python as well. I think the only thing I did with Python was graphics. Program some graphics in Python. worked together with my teammate to produce an AI that could play Othello. Oh, good to see things are working out for your shadows. Good to see things are looking out for you. Hopefully I could catch you in stream in a bit. But what was like weighing you down? I'm curious. I've been in that spot before. Alright, so this is kind of demonstrating the loss function. So that 0, 0 is saying fixing it. How do you print in Python? Learn Python the hard way. Formatters. Okay. Printing. New style stream formatting. Okay. Okay. So what if I did loss value, space, object, and then dot format. Maybe can I do this? Okay. It's gross. Man, I just want to append a string to whatever we run in sys.run. There we go. Wait. Is that all? Uh-huh. So can I do that? Okay, so that's how we do things, apparently. Well, passive parameters and print will do it. Sweet. Or that. Okay, so how about we try that? S is this. And put like that there. Is that how it works? Oh, I don't need the comma. So does that work as well? Yep, that works as well. But apparently we could just do a comma and that'll be the end of that. Okay. So you can finally print stuff like with context. Stream tonight actually. Oh, good for you. Sorry I missed it. I was probably sleeping. Dealing with immigrations, I just had to rearrange priorities for a while. I see. Do you live in the US? Is that the Trump administration like you know, punching you in the face? Is that the way? Do you have Donald Trump to thank for all of that? It's like, we're gonna make America so great. Just unbelievable. Like, and just oh, I see. So sort of like, she's trying to get, we're going to build a wall, and it's gonna be built quickly, and we'll have a big fat red door where immigrants can enter legally. Is that, yeah, so your wife is at the door, she's at the big fat red door. It's gonna be so great, I assure you. Yeah, but at least she had one good last good president, well, you know, Obama. He was pretty great. My fellow Americans, I'd just like to say that Shadows Within should bring his wife into the US without any trouble. And she should have free universal health care. I like doing impressions of your president. It's funny. Bill Clinton especially. I can't do one of Hillary. I just don't know. She's not enough of a character to impersonate. Yeah, in your country is kind of screwed up with healthcare. I don't think anywhere has free healthcare. It's just we pay in Australia. We pay a lot less. Oh, and education maybe. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I have a distinct impression that if you want to go somewhere to work and earn some money, I heard the US is the best place to do it because, you know, you earn top dollar and stuff. But if you want a place to raise a family, I heard Australia is a good place because the air is clean, there are lots of big open spaces. Practically everywhere is a park. I'll show you. Like this is outside my window, right? I'm gonna turn the webcam around, but this is what I programmed to. I'm not sure if it'll come through great with the. I could duplicate this. All right. So this is where this is what I programmed to. So big open spaces. Yeah. So I heard it's like a really good place to raise a family. Yeah, really good place to raise a family. Clean air, healthy. Yeah, this is Newcastle, so it's quite it's sort of in the sticks, but not really. It's in between town and city, but it's got like heaps of trees. But the downside is you have to drive everywhere. So it is quite spacious and not like very low density. There's a uni here, so as well, get a degree, and it's a good place to raise a family because you've got like accessible healthcare, the air's clean, educate, like good standards of education, decent work lifestyle. So yeah, so that's my argument. Australia is sort of like a place, a very clean, well-kept park, national park, where you could raise a family, whereas the US, I think, is more like a workplace. You can earn heaps of money there, and as long as you're grown up and you already have your education already, could be a good place to live. But as for raising a family, Australia is probably a better place to be. It kind of sucks in terms of like tech industry wise. Australia is quite dry, but you know, on the East Coast it's okay, I suppose. Yeah, East Coast is alright, but West Coast you probably won't find much outside of mining. Anything related with mining, really. Yeah, so it really depends what you want out of life. For me, I haven't considered family. Like is kind of out of the question right now because one, you need a partner and forever alone. Two, like I want to get to LA and see if I can work in Blizzard. I just want to see what it's like to be inside the game industry with a good company. I would say Blizzard's a good company. It's kind of merged with Activision, which is questionable, but that's survival, right? But largely Blizzard has got a good reputation because they care about games. I think the creepy microtransactions are worrying, but largely they care about the game, they care about balance, they care about how it plays and if it's still fun to play. I've seen plenty of other game companies out there just sell their customers out for profit. Activision in particular, where creativity is rather low and they would rather churn out mass-produced editions of games that don't really play differently or aren't really that interesting. Whereas Blizzard makes safe decisions, but they still turn out to be fun and rather creative and new. Although I believe their ideas are somewhat inspired by other games, but you know, that's just engineering. Engineering isn't really inventing something new, but rather taking something from somewhere else and making it better. Yeah, that's what I was hinting at. EA, I'd say that would be a really bad place to end up. I really want to avoid EA. I really want to avoid Activision if I can help it. Konami is the worst. Square Enix looks depressing. Mojang doesn't exist anymore. See, the other like place I would want to consider like working would be CD Projekt Red, which is the up and coming new company that's in charge of the Witcher series. Witcher 1 was good for its time. Witcher 2 was better in terms of narrative and graphics and visually pleasing. Witcher 3 is awesome. Although I think I just powered through it a bit too much and didn't stop to take a look at my surroundings and enjoy it for what it was. I kind of just powered through most of this stuff, and I didn't really absorb. I wish I absorbed Witcher 3 like I do Game of Thrones. It's just that when I play a game, I just want to get stuff done, you know? Yeah, so CD Projekt Red, but why would I choose Blizzard over CD Projekt Red? Well, Blizzard is from an English-speaking country, that's probably it. CD Projekt Red is all the way in Poland, I believe. And that might be difficult to survive in. Like, just language-wise, it's just difficult. Yeah, so that's that. So that would be the other like only possibility. If I got in with CD Projekt Red somehow. And yeah. CD Projekt Red, Blizzard, those other companies I'd want to work for. Yeah. I think I really like RPGs to like develop and tell stories, but I have no creative talent, and my strength lies in like solving logical problems. So software engineering. So that's where I am. Yeah, solving logical problems, but I want to like tell stories. I want to tell stories and do the whole cinematic director thing. I think that would be really cool if I could do that. If I could like do like a mini project, like design a side quest or something, I would totally design the hell out of that side quest. Something like that. And if I get good at that, maybe I can write a chapter, or like if I could write a chapter, or and then after that maybe write a DLC, like entire DLC to telling that story, and then if I get good at writing that DLC, maybe upgrade it to a fully fledged game. So, foreseeably, I can only think that CD Projekt Red would be the only place to do that. But then again, I want to see just experiencing the inside of the gaming industry is something I want to do. So, Blizzard is good for that as well. But yeah, it's yeah. I would do same here. I would do Witcher than WoW. But then again, Blizzard has the potential to make a competitive sport, right? So that's something else, right? That I would like to try doing. So here's the thing, right? The only game in existence that has like a fight game like Super Smash Brothers is Super Smash Brothers. So what if we could create a competitive game that has sort of like the stylings of League, right? But instead of League where you traverse a map, it's maybe 1v1, and you have an online platform for a fighting game like Super Smash Brothers. So think about this: if we could get a game that's sort of like, it's a 1v1 brawler. It's not one of those health bar brawlers that you play online like Super Street Fighter. It's one of those like knock the opponent out of the ring type brawlers like Smash. So if we could bring that to online, make it accessible, and then we could like release heroes like Overwatch does. Maybe have like skins like Overwatch does. Yeah, that'd be a pretty interesting thing to do. Like you just craft characters and have like 1v1 fights. So like an online Super Smash Bros. Game that has releases and updates like League and Overwatch, and loot boxes like Overwatch. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I have heard of Brawlhalla, so it's something I would imagine doing something like that. But the problem with Brawlhalla is that their characters are way more cookie cutter. And what do I mean by cookie cutter? I mean, all the characters fight the same except for 4 moves, right? Which is their heavy hit moves. You could, I think. No wait, it's so 8 moves, right? 8 moves. I'm sorry. So it's dependent on what weapon you have and your specials, right? So that's how it works. And then other than that, they're kind of the same. I mean, you can change the combination of weapons, but pretty cookie cutter. So the only thing that separates one character from another is the weapon combination and 8 moves, right? Whereas in Smash, like everything about a character is different from another character, except for obvious clones will be obvious. So what I mean being by clones, Ganondorf and Captain Falcon, they kind of have the same movesets. Fox and Wolf to some extent. Falco. But other than that, like, all the characters are really different. And aesthetics, right? So, what if we could create a Brawlhalla, right? But for Blizzard characters? Just a thought. That would be interesting. And we would have like similar mechanics to Smash. I think the directional system is great, as well as, you know, the specials. And then I would try to make it feel like Super Smash Melee as much as I can. Yeah, like wave dashing, dash dancing, wave landing, L cancelling, that's great. Light shielding, I don't know. Options out of shield, all that stuff. So do I, dude. So do I. The best, I believe the best version of Smash Bros is like not allowed, and I find that ridiculous because Nintendo is a corporation that's greedy. And it's a pity that the best version of Smash is a mod and is deemed somewhat a legal grey area, so no one's allowed to have tournaments. I find that it sucks that happens, and I find that, you know, these modders, the modders of Project M, had to stop such a beloved project. So, forever's a Project M fan. And you know what, like, there's no other game where you could beat up, like, Nintendo characters with Snake from Metal Gear Solid. There's no other game where you could do that other than Brawl, but Brawl was shocking to play. I'm not sure about Pokemon Uranium. Maybe? Gotta go to the toilet, be right back. Enjoy the, try out the sound effects. I built them, so if you type in the SFX command, you can see what's there. And if you have any suggestions for sound effects, you know, try them out. Gotta go to the toilet. Oh, I see you tried to. It's SFX. Or rather, I shouldn't say that as the bot. There you go. I should fix that actually. So, sound effects. Oh yeah. Yeah. Swifty's my favorite. Somebody wanted It's Raining Men. I'm not sure if you know Scotty from the Sleepless Streamers community, but they Scotty wanted It's Raining Men. And I just started to question him for a long time. All right, thanks for popping in, Shadows Within. I'll probably still be going out pretty soon, but might stream later tonight. Who knows? Thanks for stopping by. Like, follow, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time whenever you're in. Yeah, Scotty, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were here for that, weren't you? Were you here for that? He wanted It's Raining Men. Yeah. Okay, so the train API. Complete discussion inside the scope for this tutorial, however, provides optimizers that slowly change each variable in order to maximize the loss function. I know, right? I asked him what his go-to meme song was, and it was Meme Machine. I was just like, oh my god, why? He's like, memes. I survive on memes. I need memes to breathe, and so on. Just like, what? Scotty. Alright, see you later, Shadows. Fer McGee, welcome to the stream.
You gotta get swifty.
You gotta get swifty in here. Yeah, it's my favorite one. I'm glad. Hey McGee, what's up? I wonder if you know someone called Furry Faina. She's another follower. She appears periodically. Sometimes late at night. Do another one, McGee. I encourage you to use as many sound effects as you can. Let me know what sound effect you wanted. Complete discussion of machine learning is in script for this tutorial. Gradient descent. Okay. Do this for you, for example. Optimizer, TF train, gradient optimizer. Print run WB. Cool. Try them all out. And if you have an idea for a sound effect, let me know. Swifty.
And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
That one's from Game of Thrones. Master Silvio? Yeah. Okay. Alright. So these model data. That's the model we want. Alright. So optimizer. Yep, that's one from the Karate Kid. Optimizer is equal to TF. TF train gradient. I wonder where Dayman is from. Yeah, this is the opening to Shokugeki no Soma. So it's just I just wanted a generic kind of weeb anime opening, so I could have it on the idle screen. Yeah. Minimize. There's a for loop here. Is that wrong? Okay. And somebody to use uninitialized variable. Print W print B. Final output. Test.run. Okay. Alright, so it started off here, then it started to change the stuff until it got up to 9. Yay! We finally trained our AI. Okay, so let's say we could get... 300. Yep, let's put it here. Negative 100 for W. And B is this. Nice. $50. Oh, we don't really need this, do we? We need the loss. Train. Okay. We have 50, 100, 150. Yep. So I calculated that it was 50. Awesome. So near 100, 150, 200, 250. Nice. Okay, so we can successfully train it to use we can successfully train it to calculate, rather by brute force, train it to calculate linear equations, so that's cool. Okay, TF estimator. Running training loops, running evaluation loops, basic usage. Damn. What's MNST? Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave it there today, guys. Thanks for watching. Might stream later tonight, but if you haven't done so already, like, follow, subscribe. It really helped me out. Really appreciate it if you did. If you want to stick around, we're gonna find someone to host. Let's see. Oh, TechnoSlate 86. He's playing WoW at the moment, so I hope you guys like WoW. It's a big step up from programming. So let him know. Let him know that raids are always the best aids, as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys probably later tonight. If not, then tomorrow. So thanks so much. Hit the follow button on the way out. And I'll see you guys next. So see ya.